Stampers, today I have a really fun technique for you. I'm calling it the highlighted Saran wrap technique. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. It's really fun and easy. I've got two different cards here that I've made with this technique. So let's get started. First we're going to start with a Whisper White piece that is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 and black StazOn ink. And I'm going to stamp my images first. Usually you would do your background first, but I want to highlight them, so I need to see them. And you can see that's crooked. I don't like it. That's why we always have two sides to each piece of cardstock, and that looks much better. Okay, and then I'm using this beautiful flower. And this is all coming from the Bloom with Hope stamp set. This is a Hostess set available in the new catalog. I'm absolutely in love with it. I love the font. I love the images. You can get this for $17 when you either purchase $150 worth of product or have a workshop that reaches $150. So, usually you do your background first. I'm stamping first. So here's my beautiful flower images, and I'm just going to stamp them on here 3 times. Okay, that turned out great. Make sure you close up your StazOn. That'll dry right away. Okay, next what I've got is just some regular Saran wrap. Did you guys know that there's hole things here that you can poke in that makes that little tube stay in there? I didn't know that. Somebody showed it to me at a class. What a great idea. Okay, I've got 3 different colors of ink that I'm using. So I've got 3 pieces of Saran wrap. And what I like to do is I just kind of like to fold the edges in, the corners in, I mean, and then just scrunch it up like this. And you've got a nice piece to use. I'm using crushed curry ink, and you want to start with your lightest color first. Scrunch this up good, and then I'm going to ink it up so you can see the ink on my Saran wrap. Now I've got a little blotter sheet here because I'm just going to stamp off once. The ink is very, very bright. There's a lot of ink on here when you first start, so you want to use a very, very light touch. Lots of people, if you do that, you're going to get a big, kind of a clumpy mess. So again, I'm kind of stamping off, coming in here. I'm staying away from the words when I first start tapping it on my cardstock. And now I'm going to come in and put a little color on the words, because I want my words to stay lighter and kind of be highlighted when we're done with this. And again, tap light at first, and then as that ink dissipates on your Saran wrap, you can start pushing a little harder. Okay. Maybe just a little bit more here. Again, I'm staying away from my words now. And that's my crushed curry. Now I'm going to come in with my next color, which is pumpkin pie, and my next piece of Saran wrap. Don't get frustrated with this stuff. Sometimes it can be kind of hateful. Fold in my corners, scrunch it up, just like that. Okay, and again, I'm stamping off first, and now I'm going to come in, stamp off, bring in that pretty color. Now that I've got a lot of my orange off of my Saran wrap, I'm just going to come in a little bit and bring some over my words so it kind of just blends it. This is looking really, really good. Okay, and then my third color I'm using for my highlight is Real Red. And this is going to make the flower images pop. And I just love that. Okay, scrunch it up. And again, a very bright color, so you want to stamp off maybe a little bit more here. And I'm just going to use this on my flowers. Stamp off. You can see how easy this is. If you need to, just scrunch that up a little bit more to kind of keep it where you want it, the color to be. You can do as much or as little as you want. Make those flowers really bright or make them a little more mellow. There we go. How pretty is that? I absolutely love this technique. Now let's finish our card up here. We need a butterfly. And so what I did with the butterfly, you can do this at the same time, I just forgot. I'm gonna stamp off a little bit. I'm gonna put some color on a scrap of white, put some yellow on here, and maybe just a touch of red. So you wanna stamp that off first so it doesn't take over your whole butterfly. Okay, and then I'm gonna come in here. Whoops, hang on, my saran wrap's getting away from me. This is from the Papillon Potpourri stamp set, and I'm just going to stamp a butterfly on here and punch it out with my butterfly punch. This is the Bitty Butterfly Punch. There we go. Let's get this out of here. Our mess is done. And isn't that butterfly pretty? I'm going to put a little piece of dimensional on the back. I like to cut my dimensionals in half because sometimes you need little ones and they go a lot further. Lots of projects don't need a full dimensional. Okay. There we go. Just going to put my butterfly up here. Isn't that pretty? And then I wanted to add some pearls. So since I'm planning on adding 3 pearls in a strip, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut in between 3 pearls. And that just makes it easier to get all of these off of my little card here. And you can take them off all together like that. I'm going to place them right on my butterfly. And then we're going to finish up our card. Wanted to use a black base under this, but just a really thin little narrow one, because that's really going to make our card pop too. A little trickier to get that on there. There we go. Beautiful. And then I've got 11 by 4 1/4 cardstock, and it's scored at 5 1/2. And I'm going to glue this on there. Makes this whole card pop. And if you'd like to embellish the inside with some images, the With Sympathy stamp comes with this set also. It also comes with some birthday greetings, which are really nice, and just kind of a friend greeting. So there we go. Have fun with your color combinations. Don't forget to put them on a Post-it note on the back of your card so you know what you use. Sometimes that can be hard to remember. Thanks for stamping with me.